Hello, welcome to Z Explains BG. Let's try a 5-point match on Backgammon Hub. It looks like my friend Steve is on there. Let's see if he wants to play a 5-point match. You never know, though. Oh, he is on. Yeah, I was going to say, like, sometimes someone seems like they're on, but they actually aren't. Although I think this site does a good job of, graying out, graying out the name of players who aren't connected. A good match to Steve. Let's see what he does here. This is not obvious by any means. This is probably a little loose because he's exposed on both sides of the board. Like he doesn't get to use the builders because I'm going to be attacking something next turn. Um, so probably there was. I don't really like his. I mean I don't know what was right with his play, but with his maybe it was a 3-2 or 5-5-3. But I'm pretty sure there's something better than what he did. Alrighty. 4-2. Okay, looks like the priority. Normally, obviously, the 4-point is better than the 22, but he's got my 5-point made, so 4-point goes down in value by quite a bit. An edge here. Yeah, he's down in the race, so he correctly doesn't double. Should probably bring two guys down. Two guys down. Anything else? I mean, he could try running off the anchor, but it gives me too much. It gives me too much attack. I don't know how to play this now. Well, maybe with 4-2-6-4, he's not. He has to forego. If he wants to hit, he has to forego making his 4 points. So maybe that's the best I can do. Yeah, 2-2 does everything. I was thinking about 2-2 actually. So I assume he's hitting and making the 4 here. You can make this. I guess you can make this 16 and just double me next turn, but no, I don't know. This looks too powerful. All right. Well, I hit him. You might still have a cube here. Yeah, probably a decent cube, but I don't know. He dances. I'm doing okay. He enters. I still got some win chances, assuming he doesn't enter with a hit. Race is okay. So double take seems okay there. Hey, oh, he caught me. Shoot. Assume he's just making the 12. Assume I'm rolling a 6? No. Assume I roll my worst. I guess 5-5 is worse. At least this way I get a 4-point board. I'm always looking on the bright side. I always say backgammon is a game for optimists. Oh, crap. Although there is not a lot to be optimistic about here. So who wants to play this here? It doesn't look like, oh yeah, okay. Like I can see stuff like this. Like I hit him back with like a 2-3 or something. He gets a shot at another checker. Two. I could play if he wanted to go all feisty. He could like hit me off the 9 and then play 4-2. Continue the theme 4-2. Checkers look pretty ideally placed out there. So this takes some of the outfield control away. All right, I want to save a 2 over here. So I don't have to play 4-2. We say I roll like a 5-2 next turn. Definitely want the guy back on the 24. Sort of a rare concept, I think, saving a 2 like that, by like staying back in your opponent's inner board. I'm actually not sure I've seen that before. At least it doesn't come up frequently. All right, Steve's got a pretty good chance to gammon me here. Not so much if I roll a 6. Good. Two, two. Okay, could have considered maybe blocking 4s for another turn. Obviously, he's going to bear off sooner this way. So it's a little bit of a trade-off. It looked like if you blocked 4s, you get sort of good distribution inside, and 4s are still extremely destructive unless I roll like 6, 4, 5, 4. That was worth a thought, anyways. All right. It's a pretty hopeless race. It's looking like. This really doesn't offer many good chances either, and I might get gammons. Got a couple blot numbers right away. It's a little hard to see getting gammoned here. Okay, I'm gonna try this. I can still win a race if I roll boxes next turn or something. Shot. Shot. Okay. Could possibly win. I'm still pretty concerned about being gammoned, so I'm gonna pick up a blot here. I'm glad I didn't play there. 2 and 1. Ah. All right, time to give up the ghost. Fine. So likely it's going to be 2 zip. So I should be I'll be quite aggressive with the cube if I it'll like build up a gammonish position. I don't know what's going on with this site. There's all these red messages that are popping up lately. I don't know, maybe I need to like clear my cache or something. There's a bug in the site. Yes, this is what people do. I think actually 24 to 22 is okay there also. After 3-1. I think at certain match scores anyways, scores where you're very averse to being gammoned. Sorry, 24 to 22, not 24 to 21. I want to run here. A dance here might have something. Oh. 6, I guess. I'm getting sort of primed over there, but I don't want to forgo making the 7. Ooh. So I thought maybe splitting or running was a real play last turn. But it looked like a lot to give. Oh, you got to make the 4 point here. I think you're just overlooking it. There you go. Ooh. Shoot. Okay, you should make the 8 point here. Yeah, I think you overlooked that. All right. Is this the plan? Double the dances. Like a plan. He's got the blot in the outfield. Okay, double him anyways. He duplicates 3s, probably not. He did duplicate 3s. See him up in the race. Doesn't look like I'm really winning because he's got such good good structure on the other side of the board. Just I can lose my market pretty big on like a hit dance sequence, I think. I'm up in the race. And it's I'm down 0-2. 6-6 hits. Yeah, I don't know about this one. Guess I'm glad he didn't cube unless he was passing, which he wasn't. After the 6-5, I'm like, all right, no, he dances and it's like too good almost. I was like, oh, why didn't it double before the 6-5, you know? Still, what's he gonna do? I don't know. Oh, he's too good. Oh, please put me out of my misery. I probably owning the cube. I probably wouldn't take any chances there either. All right, now maybe I should just go double pass now. All right, 3-zip. It'll be interesting to see if I actually missed a cube there. Didn't seem like I was winning by that much, but it looked like I got some really fantastic sequences there. Or I'm going to regret having not doubled. Like any hit dance sequence, for instance. See if Feisty wants to. He could play bar 23, 6-5 if he wanted, but maybe he's a bit too exposed. Okay, let's see if he wants to try this one. The score he shouldn't. For money, it's it'd be a good take, I think. Shoot. This is a whooping. All right, I'm gonna keep trying this. It's the definition of insanity. Doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result. I got a different result. All right, I'm so low on builders that I assume I should just use them to make the 5-point board, as opposed to hitting. Hey. Look, with all this lumber back here behind this like decent structure, I really need to concentrate on the back, man, I think. I think. Yeah, I'm not sure about this. I mean, this 3, is this right? Seem right. Yeah, would have gotten smushed if I did anything else. All right. Yeah, I don't know. Does look like it doesn't play that cleanly, no matter what he does. Yeah, this would be a tough play for me. I mean, safe play 13-7 squared, but doesn't look like good structure. Like this looks like much better structure. So it goes with that. Interesting. Okay, so the 4 is just about forced, right? So this is okay. Or if he wants, is he going to press his luck again, or is he going to make the 2? Okay, 6. Is it this? So I can't be gammon. So this is sort of attractive in that sense. So he still has 6s and 4s here. 6, 2. Huh. I'm not clear on this one either. Oh, he gets to attack. Maybe hit him back? I mean, I assume he's making the 3 here as opposed to hitting in the outfield. He's got like a completely safe play. 9, 9, and 6. But this seems to go for the knockout punch more. 6 prudent. It's only a few shots. 4, 4, 1, 4. Running looks a little crazy. Yeah, I don't know. This has been a tough game. Assume there's nothing else. 6, 6. Oh, what a whooping. Six, 3. Nice. All right, 5 is forced. Yeah, this should allow me to keep a 4-point board for a long time. This kills my 5s, but I have a roll of 4. Doesn't look that good. I see. I mean, you could clear the 7 here because I got the 2 blots, but it looks a little premature. It wouldn't be crazy though. Also, it goes put a little deep. They played the 5-1 by clearing the 7. You put a checker on the 2-point. You kind of want the checkers more in the top points for long-term flexibility. So I got a 4-point board. Six, 2. Point. Both game plans are sort of hopeless. Dance? Set? No. Well, we can take a look at the computer analysis afterwards. We'll go to XG mode. All right, off the gammon, it doesn't matter. Okay, let's switch on over to XG mode. Oh, I played a 1. So there might not be that much stuff to look at. Maybe we can look at some of Steve's decisions though. I think he does watch my videos sometimes. Okay, so oh yes, this is a good play to know. Some people hit twice with the 5-1 here, but because you don't want to strip your 8-point, you're just supposed to hit once. With the 6-5, you hit twice because you're not stripping your 8-point there. So that's true. I think that's true of all 6s. Like if the guy splits with 6-2, 6-3, 6-4, I think the same concept applies. And I think it applies at like, the reason why it's such a good rule of thumb to know is that I think it applies at like all match scores or pretty much all match scores. Yeah, I think actually all match scores, it's right to hit once with a 5-1 and twice with a 6-5, regardless of where the guy split to. Let's see, the most, I'm trying to think of like what would be an exception. Like hit twice might win. Yeah, hit twice wins more gammon. So with a 5-1. So maybe it's right at gammon go with against like a 6-4 maybe. And now I got myself curious. Okay, so 6251 at Gammon Go, where you need a gammon and your opponent doesn't, and gammons are super valuable. Okay, it's borderline there. I see. So if the builder's more valuable, now you have more incentive to hit twice, I think. Right? Because the checker on the opponent's 9 point is like a perfect builder and a good slot. Because it bears on like lots of inner board points, and if you make the 9 point, that's a pretty good point. So I think generally you have more reason to hit when the guy has a builder on the 9 point. So my theory is that hitting twice with a 5-1 is correct here at Gammon Go, at this 2 away, 1 away Crawford score where you need 2 points and your opponent needs 1 point. Yeah, okay, it's still pretty close. Okay, so there is sort of an exception if you look for an extreme case. For money, say, still right just to hit once. Okay. It's little. Might be trivia, but like I said, it comes up. It comes up because a lot of people split with sixes with their opening roll. Okay, let's go back to the match, which I thought I saved on my desktop, but apparently I didn't. Okay, back to the match. 5-3. Yeah. Okay. So how is his play? Okay. No, his play is not bad. Yeah, I thought this would be like a real error. Steve had good handle on this. I mean, it's probably slightly wrong to like spread things out too much, but I guess nothing is that good. Computer's top choice is this, but it's not great. I mean, these guys are under attack. Obviously, they're both up high. So if a point on one, you get a chance to anchor the other on the other points. So the computer will often do this when there's no other good productive three. 5-6, and then I didn't love making the ace point here, but given that he's so flexible and bloody on the other side of the board, I wanted to hit him. So making the ace, but there's enough going for making the ace there. 5-2. Okay, got a split now. The 6-4 is probably quite the error, right? Yeah, it's imperative to split. I mean, when your opponent has an advanced anchor, you cannot block him, and he can still block you, depending on his structure. So it's more important for you to get the backman going, because you don't want to stagnate back on the ace point. I see. Good point on me if you wanted. 2, fine, anchor up. 5. It doesn't. Well, it's borderline. Doesn't mind leaving the shot with 4s because some of them are duplicated with making the 4 point. Like 4-2, maybe he doesn't even hit. Right, 4-2, he makes the 4 point maybe. 6-4, I guess you hit because you get to escape at the same time as hitting. 2-2 hits. And then I get double take. My take is quite easy, apparently. Well, I wouldn't say it's easy, but take is quite big. Even when if he enters and hits, I'm kind of dead. Like if he is with 2-4, 5-4, I'm kind of dead. But if he just rolls I don't know, 5-2 or something, I still got plenty of chances to win this. Race is okay. Probably pop a 6 at some points. He still has to get the 2 backmen around. So computer's saying this adds up to some huge take. Great 5-3. And I'm kind of dead. I would have played 20-12 also, but the computer wants to stay back with this because I don't know. I roll a 5-3 or something. I got to break my 6 point to not leave a shot. 5-1, 5-1 forces a shot if he stays back. If I roll a 5-1 next roll, his play is best for the win. Crack horribly. Yeah, he hits me. He is behind me because if he gets it back, it's like no big deal. The computer doesn't quite love it. He might even pick up another checker. Yeah, similar stuff here. Oh, what's this blender here? 14 to 7. Right. Right. Yeah, you can cover sixes. You can cover my jumping sixes better and not screw up his home front too much. Part of it's no, he's getting hit with 6-5, but that's like no big deal because my board's in horrible disarray. So his play does okay for the win, but you know if you stay back hoping to hit again, you know you'll pick up more gammons. So the computer, in other words, the computer wants to do this, keep the outfield control. They would have paid dividends on the 6-3. 2-2. Okay, it's not right to block the fours here, though it's not crazy. The Steve's play of just getting in to like just start bearing off sooner is correct. Still blocking some threes effectively, like 3-3, 3-2. I'll have to correct my board. 5-5, yeah, everything is kind of loses, right? Computer does think the race is the best game plan. It's better for the win and better for not being gammoned. My play pays a little bit of wins and it gets gammoned a tiny amount of the times where the computer doesn't like it. And he should play for the gammon a little bit more aggressively here. Bear two guys off. If I miss him, I mean, what he's worried about is he does this, right? And then I dance or something. He might have some blot. He might have some additional blot numbers versus this play. Although this is kind of blotty also, you know. He's got to roll like a 2 or a 1. So maybe it doesn't even save that many blot numbers. And then, but this getting another guy off will win slightly more gammons, you know. Actually, that's better for the win to rip too, also, because there's not such a big difference in the blot numbers. And also, if I like hit, if I hit him, he wants the checker off also, because I could hit him and then it could get into a close race, and then every checker off matters a lot. I do eventually somehow hit him. I'm worried about the gammon, so I pick up 5-2, even though arguably you could argue something wins more, although the computer doesn't think so. 6-2, fine. Thought a little bit about this to keep the 3 points slotted and to get 2 pips closer to home. But I didn't like getting hit with 11s, and the coverage seemed similar to being back on the 20 and 19 points. And then I miss and I lose a single game, fine. 1-1, right. So here you can see like 24 to 22's probably better here at the score, where he should play a little gammon save-ish, a little bit. Because if we up the gammons for me, I'm gonna get really effective early cubes, you know. So he should play like a little conservatively. Splitting loses fewer gammons because it results in like a nice advanced anchor sometimes. And it's hard to gammon someone on an advanced anchor. So for money, I think it's like borderline. Like I roll 3, your opponent rolls 3-1. For money, you're at 0-0 in a long match. You roll 1-1. I think splitting is still okay. Maybe right, but it's like close. Oh yeah, this is a game where I might miss a cube. I might have just overlooked this. So it's sort of unusual, right, to be able to make the 8-point with a 5-3. Usually, you know, you're bored with that point, so you're not often looking to make it. So he runs. Okay, there's not a lot of good game plans here, so I just hit and hope he dances. Okay, this is a pretty big double. Yeah, this is probably the biggest blunder of the match. You can see what a massive, massive take it is, right? I'm only 50% in the game. Win more gammons though, so I'm a cubeless favorite. Normally, you wouldn't have a double if the take is this big, almost always. But there's two factors here that make it a double, I think, even though the take is huge. One is the fact that I'm about to lose my market humongously on a hit on a hit on a hit dance sequence. Like like I rolled six. So what did I do? I rolled 6-5, right? I jumped and hit him loose. I think that's going to be like borderline too good. Probably it is too good actually because I'm very diverse. Like on the dances, right? So it's like a very volatile position. The more volatile position you have, in other words, the more violently you can lose your market, the bigger the pass is for the opponent on a good sequence. The more aggressive you should be with the cube, and that's true at like any match score. Here, I think I have even extra incentive to double because when things go badly for me, his recube is so hindered. Like he doubles me to 4, I double him right back to 8. My take point is quite low there. It's like 615 or 16%. So by doubling, it's almost like I'm giving him less cube leverage. You obviously wouldn't cube this for money. In fact, you could argue it's a beaver for money. Well, that's probably not, given the gammon situation. Or maybe it is. I don't know. Good check. But yeah, a combination of the match score and the volatility makes it a good cube at the score. Apparently, yeah, it is a beaver for money. Yeah, I was almost there. I was like almost there, but I didn't quite think about the score enough, I think. And then I'm sort of regretting. Even after I roll, it's like I wish I had doubled before his roll. Obviously 3-6, and he's crushing me, and he like correctly plays on until I want to do with the 6-2. I just wants to go after me. Fine. Yeah, and then he correctly cashes. 6-3. Should have thought about this, maybe. In fact, I would have done my play for money, but it's probably wrong for money. Huh. Running wins more, wins fewer gammons, loses fewer gammons. My play's okay just due to the score, I think. Where I like don't mind upping the gammons for both sides because it makes the cube more useful for me and less useful for my opponent, given the lopsided score. I should think about this more. I sort of hit reflexively, but running goes up in value because he has like this little prime made. I'm hitting off the 4-point, not the 5-point, and I'm getting a little thin on the midpoints. It's a little hard to follow up. Yeah, I don't know. It's a little tough for me to see over the board, at game speed, anyways. So what does the computer want to do here? Oh yeah, it's worried about being attacked at the score, so it wants to just button up. I guess it's great 5-5. Yeah, he should not take this. Yeah, pretty big pass for money. Like I said, for money is okay. Um, I'm not sure it's a take for money, but it's not crazy to take this for money. It's a big take for money. So you can see this. You can see such a huge score effect. Right, it's a 0.2 take for money and a 0.3 pass at the score. Um, and if that's not clear to you why, it bears some. You should think about like how the match score here affects things, right? I mean, I need 2 points to win the match. I need 5 points to win the match. He needs 2 points to win the match. So if the cube's on 2, he's no longer getting any value from his gammons. He doesn't have any recube vig. My gammons are like pretty valuable after doubling. So all these things argue for being conservative when taking gammonish positions, anyways. I get a good blitz number. I continue the blitz while working on the backman a little bit. This is not working. Okay, I thought a little bit about hitting 5 to 3 here, but I don't want to forego making the 5 point to do it. You know, if I was making it an inferior point, maybe I would have hit. Well, another thing in favor of hitting here is you'd rather spend the 3 on the other side of the board than the 2, because it does more of the escape work. But even so, I mean, you don't want to forego making the 5 here, I guess. It's too powerful a point while blitzing. If I had more guys in the zone, maybe it would be right to hit also. These are always tough plays, I think. Hit either make an inner board. You're blitzing. You can either make an inner board point or you can hit loose. Or either way, and it depends on how bad it is to be hit back, which point you're making, how productive the other number is after hitting. You know, it's just a lot of it's just a mess of different factors. I find those decisions extremely tough. 5-1, yeah, with these 4 men back, I thought getting them going is more important than getting another builder for the 3. The computer agrees. Okay, clean things up. What are you supposed to do? Oh, the computer does want to play safely, partly due to the score. You know, we're getting gammoned. It's very bad for him, and he cannot win a gammon. His play does okay for the win. It just gets. I'm sorry, yeah. His play, his play does okay for the win. It just gets gammon too much. So the computer does not like it. 13-7 here. Not sure I considered that. I mean, I saw that the 4 is 4, so I played 13-9. And then I thought, okay, the best 2 should be 13-11, so I don't give him direct aces to hit me. Somehow the computer doesn't agree, though. Computer wants to do this. I guess there is some duplication here. Because 4s and 1s hit, and 4s make the 2 point, and 1s also hit off the ace points. So a little bit of 6 duplication here, maybe, because 6 is attack on the ace point, like a 6-1. I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm not sure how to analyze this. Okay. 6-2. Okay, this is not close. Computer definitely wants to do my play. Get the backman going. Don't leave any shots on my side of the board. Not worry too much about being attacked on white side of the board, partly due to the score. Like I think my play, my play is not the play not to get gammon, but yeah, obviously at the score it doesn't matter. Gammons are just like single wins for him. Second best is this, leaving 3 blots, but keeping the anchor. Best for not getting gammon is actually this. It doesn't do well for the win or for winning a gammon. 6-2, but he gets a good blitz play. Plays it well, I thought. So wait, what did he do with this 3-2? Oh, he wants to make the 4. Yeah, much better structure. Yeah, he gets a good blitz play. Plays it well. Makes the 3. Second best is hitting twice apparently. Plays this okay. Minimizes shots. Computer doesn't mind leaving a couple extra shots probably. 4-6-4-1 1-1 versus 4-4-1-4. This is hopeless after a 6-6. Fills in nicely. Okay, so clearing the 7 is close. In fact, it's borderline. Partly mainly due to the 2 blots in my board. So he's not paying big to 6-3 here. Add structure though. Oof. So I guess if the this is the original position. I guess if the spares ended up in good spots, say you roll like a 3-2. I guess clearing the 7 would be right by a good margin. I guess you have to do that there. We can play around a little bit. Might be instructive. Okay, so 5-1. Yeah, say I don't know, say he rolls a 3-2. So the spares end up in great spots. That's right. We're right by a decent margin. Versus 10-5. But say I just had one blot in my board. Now he's like, now if he clears the 7, he's paying more to the 6-3. So it should be closer, but it's not. So 10-5 is wrong by 0.02 here. So here it's a little closer. Yeah, the second blot on the board doesn't matter that much. You don't get it. What about no blots? The race is better for me here too. So I guess 10-5 is right here. Okay, it's pretty close. Yeah, here you don't break the 7 because the spares end up in bad spots and I don't have any blots in my board. Maybe it's maybe sensitive to factors that I'm not thinking about. I usually think about the blots in the board, where the spares end up. Um, those are like the two things I mainly think about when deciding whether to clear the 7 early like this. Maybe there's like more stuff going on. It doesn't seem like when I change those factors, it doesn't seem to affect things that much. Yeah, I don't know. Tough game, man. Anyways. Yeah, nothing much going on. Looks like he played it reasonably. Yeah, here, I don't know. Maybe running gives me the best chance, maybe. Doesn't matter that much. It's a little hard to see winning this in any case. And he does a good job to bear off without leaving anything else. All right, well, thanks for watching. Yeah, this was pretty instructive. So my one blunder, I guess, was not cubing this. This sort of score based and volatility based double. So if this looks crazy to you, to double this, because well, if it looks weird to double this when the guy has such a huge stake, you should think about how like you're going to be like too good some of the time next roll, and how the volatility can affect things. Like um, this is a little maybe this is a little contrived. Like say for money, like a lot of players know this is a double, even though you're only a 19-17 favorite. So it's some huge stake. Like White's not really losing, but like one way to think about this, anyways, is just mathematically speaking, your favorite, and it's like the last chance to use the cube, so you want the game to be worth as much as possible. So obviously you double. But another way to think about it is it has the ultimate volatility, right? It's like even though you're only winning by a little bit, you're either going to be 100% next roll or 0% next after your roll. So it's it's about as volatile as you can be. So it's not surprising that even though it's it's a 0.9 take, right? That that you need to double. Um, and while we're here, actually, let me show you one. Let me show you one funny thing. So this is obviously a redouble, also for the same reasons. But if your position is a little better, like you'd rather have this position as black, you'd rather have this position. Like now you don't double as black, but you don't want to like you don't want to give white cube access and let them have like a powerful recube. See, isn't that funny? So this comes up once in a while. This is money also. This isn't like a score based thing. So it's sort of good to good to know. Initial double, you still cube this because he's going to have cube access anyways after your misses. But yeah, redouble, you don't redouble this, even though you redouble a worse position. And then you can play around with this a little bit. Like I guess there's some argument for not redoubling this because you want the 2-1 vig on the miss, but it's not enough of an argument. I think this is still a redouble. Okay, this is about as borderline as it can be for a redouble. And so any other thing. So even if it's like if you miss here and he redoubles, it's a pass. But I think even if it's a take, I think it's still an argument not to redouble this, right? I know this is a redouble. Interesting. Huh. Is it this? This is not. This is not. Yeah, this is all very mathematical, I guess. It's like the double isn't quite, the redouble for white isn't quite strong enough here to deter you from redoubling this initial position. But it's like the redouble here is strong enough to deter you from redoubling this position. It's cute. All right. Well, thanks for watching, and I hope you got something out of the match. And we will see you next time.